And I am the real Mo Farah.
Sir Mo Farah, four-time British Olympic gold medalist.
I declare open the Games of London.
Mo Farah's got the double! He's the Olympic champion again!
What if I told you Britain's greatest Olympic runner lived his entire life under a stolen name, and that the four-time gold medalist you know as Mo Farah wasn't supposed to exist at all?
Britain's greatest athletics Olympian, Mo Farah!
There's something about me you don't know. It's a secret that I've been hiding since I was a child.
There was lots of missing pieces to his story.
Where had this boy come from?
Behind the smile, there was something there.
His real name is Hussein Abdi Kahin, and this is the story he kept hidden for over 30 years.
Most people know me as Mo Farah, but it's not my name or it's not the reality.
Hussein was born in Somaliland in 1983. When he was just 4 years old, his father was killed by a stray bullet during the Civil War. His family was torn apart. His mother had to make an impossible choice. She sent Hussein and his twin brother, Hassan, to live with their uncle in a nearby country called Djibouti. She thought they would be safe there. But then everything changed. A woman started visiting the house. She would watch Hussein, study him. One day she told him he was going to Europe to live with relatives. Hussein was 9 years old. He had never been on a plane before. He was excited. The woman gave him new instructions. She said, "Your name is Muhammad now, don't forget. Muhammad. Don't say anything. Don't talk. This is your name." She had fake travel documents. They showed Hussein's photo next to someone else's name, Muhammad Farah, a real boy. But Hussein didn't know what was happening. He was just a child. They flew from Djibouti to London. When they arrived, the woman took Hussein to her apartment in West London. Hussein had a piece of paper with his family's contact information. He thought he would call them soon. Then the woman did something that changed everything. She took the paper from his hands, and right in front of him, she ripped it into pieces and threw it in the trash. Hussein says, "At that moment, I knew I was in trouble." The woman forced him to work as a servant in her home. He had to cook, clean, take care of her children. She told him, "If you want food in your mouth, your job is to look after those kids, shower them, cook for them, clean for them." And then came the threats. She said, "If you ever want to see your family again, don't say anything. If you say anything, they will take you away." Hussein was trapped. He says, "Often I would just lock myself in the bathroom and cry. Nobody's there to help. After a while, I just learned not to have that emotion." For 3 years, the woman didn't let him go to school. She kept him hidden. But eventually, when Hussein was about 12 years old, she enrolled him in a local school called Feltham Community College. The teachers were told he was a refugee from Somalia. They didn't know the truth. Hussein struggled in class. He spoke very little English. He looked uncared for. His teacher, Sarah Rennie, noticed something was wrong. She says he came to school unkempt and uncared for. The people claiming to be his parents never showed up to school meetings. But then Hussein discovered something that would save his life: running. His PE teacher was a man named Alan Watkinson. Watkinson says the only language he seemed to understand was the language of PE and sport. Hussein fell in love with running. He says, "The only thing I could do to get away from this was to get out and run." He got faster, much faster. And eventually, Hussein found the courage to tell his teacher the truth. He told Watkinson his real name. He explained what was happening at home, how he was being treated, how he was forced to work. Watkinson believed him. He contacted social services immediately. They moved Hussein to a different Somali family who would foster him, a family that actually cared about him. Hussein says, "I still miss my real family, but from that moment everything got better. I felt like a lot of stuff was lifted off my shoulders, and I felt like me." That's when Mo came out, the real Mo. But there was still a problem. Hussein was now living under a fake name. When he was 14, he was selected to compete for English schools in Latvia, but he had no passport, no citizenship papers. Watkinson helped him apply for British citizenship, but they had to use the name Muhammad Farah, the stolen name. In July 2000, Hussein became a British citizen under a name that wasn't his, and that lie followed him everywhere. For the next 22 years, he told everyone the same false story. He said he came to Britain as a refugee with his parents, that his family reunited in London, that everything was fine, but nothing about it was true. Meanwhile, Hussein kept running. he got better and better. He started winning races, big races. In 2011, he won his first World Championship medal, silver in the 10,000 meters.
Speed to hold off this challenge. Is it going to be gold for Farah? And at the line, no, just denied, and he has to settle for silver. It's a silver medal for Mo Farah.
Then gold in the 5,000 meters. People started calling him the greatest British distance runner ever. Then came the 2012 London Olympics. The entire country was watching. On August 4th, Mo Farah won the 10,000-meter race, Britain's first ever Olympic gold in that event. The crowd went crazy. 7 days later, he won the 5,000 meters too. 2 gold medals at home. He dedicated both medals to his twin daughters. But inside, he was carrying this massive secret. In 2016, Mo did it again. 2 more gold medals at the Rio Olympics. He became only the second person in history to win both the 5,000 and 10,000 meters at back-to-back Olympics. By the time he retired from track racing in 2017, Mo had 10 global championship gold medals, 4 Olympic golds, 6 world championship golds. He was unstoppable. In 2017, Queen Elizabeth knighted him. He became Sir Mo Farah, a national hero. But the whole time, he wasn't who everyone thought he was. For over 10 years, Mo had no contact with his real mother. She didn't know where he was. She didn't know if he was alive. She says, "I had been helpless for 10 years, more than 10 years." Then one day, a woman approached Mo in a Somali restaurant in London. She asked him his name. He said, "Mohammed." She asked again, "What's your real name?" He said, "Hussein." The woman told him she had seen his mother. She gave him a cassette tape. On it was a recorded message from his mom, traditional Somali songs, sad poems, and a phone number. Mo listened to that tape for days, for weeks. When he finally called, his mother was overwhelmed with joy. She says, "When I heard him, I felt like throwing the phone on the floor and being transported to him from all the joy I felt." But Mo still couldn't tell the world the truth. He had kids now. They started asking questions he couldn't answer honestly. He says, "As a parent, you always teach your kids to be honest, but I feel like I've always had that private thing where I could never be me and tell what's really happened." His wife Tanya knew something was missing from his story. She kept asking questions. Eventually, he told her everything. But the world still didn't know. In 2022, Mo finally decided to speak up. He was 39 years old. He made a documentary with the BBC called The Real Mo Farah. In it, he revealed everything. He says, "Most people know me as Mo Farah, but it's not my name. The real story is I was born in Somaliland as Hussein Abdi Kahin. Despite what I've said in the past, my parents never lived in the UK." The revelation shocked everyone. People worried he might lose his British citizenship because it was obtained under false information. But the British government quickly said they wouldn't take any action. They recognized he was a victim of trafficking, a child who had no choice. Mo explained why he finally spoke out. He says, "I had no idea there were so many people going through exactly the same thing that I did. It just shows how lucky I was. What really saved me, what made me different, was that I could run." And that's the truth. Running saved his life. It gave him an escape from servitude. It gave him a future. It reunited him with his family. In 2020, at age 37, Mo set his first and only world record, the 1-hour run. He covered over 21 kilometers in 60 minutes. Most athletes are finished by that age, but Mo was still making history. Today, Mo Farah continues to use that name publicly. But now everyone knows the truth. He traveled back to Somaliland with his son Hussein, who he named after himself. He reunited with his mother and brothers face to face.